with the six that we have today. And I must say, we have really strong startups this year, as usual. It's been rewarding working on this initiative. Though an ARM initiative, we've had really, really committed and strong partners. The judges, the Technovision team, Mr. Tommy Davis, CFA. It's been really, really wonderful. And I must say that, for the various startups, this is the time for you to take advantage of what is going on in the ecosystem. Nigeria is ripe for you. Take advantage of it. That is why ARM is committed to this and strongly building a community of strong entrepreneurs that will take Nigeria to where we want Nigeria.
I was speaking, my mic was off. Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Gundare. Thank you, the man we call TD, and thank you, Ms. Uche Azubike, for all the amazing work, and thank you for that encouraging messages. Now, tonight, the startups will be judged based on a framework, and the judges, the ladies and the gentlemen who have taken their time out of their extremely busy schedule to serve as judges for Daayta 2021, they would be using a particular framework called the PWEM framework. But before we get to that, let's meet the judges.
First of all, I think the most important thing is the originality of the idea. Secondly, I think the economics needs to make sense in terms of commercial viability of the idea. Thirdly, I think innovation is very, very important, especially given the award we're talking about. We're looking for talent. And then finally, it needs to make some impact. Now, in terms of my own expectations around the Daayta 2020 itself, I think given the circumstances we find ourselves with the pandemic and so on, I think social impact will play a very important role, covering areas like healthcare solutions, educational solutions, as well as the environment in terms of sustainability, the issue of sustainability.
The entrepreneurs that the initiative will be looking for this year are those entrepreneurs that address some of the basic and not so basic issues in education, in health, in agri, our environmental challenges.
I'm very excited about the fact that we have environmental sustainability as a core KPI for 2021, and that 2021 will also consider that very big issue of waste to wealth. How do we use the resources that we have? How do we seek to eliminate waste by design? How do we inspire circular economy initiatives and think of new ways of designing the way that we do business so that we're not just prioritizing financial sustainability, but also looking at social impact, environmental and economic impact, so that we are eliminating negative externalities and building bridges between big business and the bottom of the pyramid.
I'm really excited for Daayta 2021. And I think in terms of the ideal contestants, I think it's really important that entrepreneurs realize that we live in a new world. The COVID-19 pandemic has completely changed the landscape of the world. And I'm really looking for entrepreneurs that have identified an opportunity in this crisis and are building companies for resilience, companies that can help the millions of people around our country, Nigeria, and the rest of the continent recover and bounce back from the crisis, from the pandemic. So really, folks building painkillers and not vitamins that would contribute to the resilience that we need in Nigeria and Africa as a whole.
First, to identify a real opportunity. It's not every opportunity that you can convert into a business and can make an impact. The second is to play to your strength and not follow the crowd. The third is to organize your business appropriately. And the fourth being to identify and seek collaboration. There is power in partnerships.
My advice to the participants for Daayta this year would be to always have focus on the dream idea. Don't try to be a serial entrepreneur. Focus on that idea and see it through.
What I really hope that we're going to find in one of our winners today is a vision that is big enough to transform not just the community that they commenced in, but the country in which they operate and the continent that they call their home. And that beyond that, you will go forward and make Africa proud at a global scale.
A big thank you to our judges for this evening. For those of you who do not know, Daayta is designed to support the growth of entrepreneurs. And since inception, the program, the initiative has lived up to expectation. Now, let me give you a brief of the winner of last year's event, and that is TPP CNG. Because of the fact that TPP CNG won Daayta, they grew their factory workers' staff strength from 30 to 50. And then they've gone on to achieve a number of other things, which includes having a bigger warehouse in Ikoyi, and also additional space to focus on paper bag production. And most interestingly, their customer base grew by over 1,000%. In addition to that, they grew their product sales to over 3.5 million products in 2020. And I could go on with other achievements. This is exactly what Daayta wants to achieve in the lives of young entrepreneurs. And the winner for tonight will also get to experience some good things happening to their business. So thank you, judges, for your commitment. Thank you for all that you do, because outside of this, you all are working hard to build a better future. At this point, we will introduce the startups, the finalists for this evening, and we have 6 of them, right? But before that, I would just like to share some basic rules for tonight. And that would be that, number one, the startups have 6 minutes. Okay, all right, so let's introduce them first. Okay, so we'll introduce them then, I'll do that. Okay, that's fine. All right, so we have 6 finalists for tonight, and we will just be introducing them. And after that, I'll lay down the rules for this evening, and then also we'll look at the framework that the judges will be using to decide who wins for this evening. And then we'll jump right into the pitching proper. But first, meet the finalists for tonight.
My name is Effie Agwebu, and I'm the co-founder of the paper packaging company and winner of Daayta 2020. The first one will be that you should begin to implement everything that you're taught, everything that you learn on this Daayta experience immediately. A lot of times we learn things and are like, okay, I will implement it. And sometimes we end up not implementing them. But my advice to you, which is the first one that I think is most important for you, is to begin to implement everything that you learn. Immediately you learn them. Don't wait a month. Don't wait 6 months. Don't wait. Just begin to implement them. And then as you go on the process, as you go on the journey, if you make mistakes, the Daayta team are also there, to guide you. as opposed to when you wait till the end of the program and then you begin to implement. Second advice is that you should pay this forward. I'm always an advocate of giving people value. There must be some other entrepreneurs or other startups that will be looking up to you now that you have won Daayta 2021. How can you pay it forward? The knowledge that you've gotten, the lessons that you've learned, in what ways can you also impact, younger entrepreneurs and younger startups? You want to begin to think about that now. And then thirdly, there's a lot of noise in the startup entrepreneurship space. There's a lot of noise. And my third advice to you is focus on your goal, focus on what it is that you want to achieve, drown the noise and just keep going.
My name is Oscar Omera Udebona. I'm the CEO and the co-founder of EduPoint. We help students find, evaluate, book, and track lessons and connect them with verified local teachers who deliver a one-on-one lesson in any subject, skill, or exam to help students or learners reach their learning expectations and also enable these passionate tutors to earn valuable extra income. I believe my team and I would win this because we are solving one of the world's most daring needs. We are not just revolutionizing the educational space, but we are also providing sustainable jobs for the teeming masses who are learned and also those who are not learned by upskilling them with our Train the Trainer program, which upon graduation has provided more jobs and sustainable income to these youth.
My name is Imodere Ayakunbi Abior. I'm a medical doctor and I'm the co-founder and CEO of Health Partics Limited, the creators of Lendanorm. Lendanorm is a mobile application, an AI robot, and a delivery drone service that connects hospitals to blood banks and voluntary donors to blood banks. We serve as an end-to-end solution connecting the entire blood supply chain with the push of a button. We should win because we're one of the few companies in Africa solving one of the most perennial problems in Africa. Africa has had blood shortages since documentation began in 1981. And today, we stand on the verge of finally being able to provide a long-lasting solution to such a problem.
My name is Uche Kenneth Udekwe. I am the CEO and founder of Natal Cares, a social enterprise that leverages on the power of mobile technology, machine learning, and low-cost innovations to combat maternal and infant mortality in Nigeria. A win for me will be a very, very massive win for the maternal and child healthcare sector in Nigeria. As I speak to you, Nigeria is the second largest contributor to maternal and infant mortality in the whole world. More than 50 million pregnant women living in underserved communities in Nigeria do not have access to basic healthcare. These women did not choose this life. I lost my sister-in-law at childbirth due to complications of pregnancy and delivery, so I know exactly what it means to lose a loved one, especially to a preventable cause. At Natal Cares, we have developed an all-inclusive innovative solution to solve these problems. So a win for me means that the award will be channeled to the maternal and child health care to give these pregnant women and their unborn babies a chance to live.
My name is Akinche Felabui. I'm the CEO and also a co-founder at the brand Salubata. And at Salubata, we occupy this niche of low-cost recycled plastic shoes that makes a profit whilst also benefiting people and planet. Here is our invention. We make shoes from plastic waste, this plastic waste, and they are shoes. And so the shoes are not just made from plastic waste alone, but are also modular. Modular in the sense that they can be easily detached and replaced with another upper. And so, aside the fact that the shoes are modular, we have an invention patented. And beyond that, this enables you to save cost even on buying an extra shoe. Aside saving cost, it also helps you save space, especially when you travel and also in your homes. Beyond that, we're also improving the efficiency of manufacturing. Our goals are mentioned correctly or accurately aligns with the goals of the ARM and data. And so we are mission driven, so is data. And so beyond that, our invention has been recognized all over the world by the UN, by the World Bank, and a lot of other organizations around the globe. And so we currently have customers in Africa, in Asia, in Europe, and in America. Now, beyond that, our team is a solid rock to us. We have a huge team with complementary skill sets that is necessary to drive our innovation.
My name is Dr. Sulaiman, co-founder, Chief Executive Officer, Scrapage. My team and I have built a technology suite, USSD, web applications that allow individuals own and operate material recovery businesses that ensures recyclable waste disposal cycles can be delivered in less than a day, thus delivering convenience and reward to waste producers as they seamlessly recover these materials everywhere and anywhere. About 1% of urban population survive on scavenging recyclable materials. In Lagos, for example, with over 20 million population, this means that 2 million persons are working every day, surviving on meager income from scavenging recyclable materials. And this is done in inhumane conditions. It is not acceptable. And that's why we believe our product is very important to these persons and to yourself.
My name is Daayta, and I lead the utility. You know that education is a very important element of everyone's life. And with the level of unemployment on the continent, it's becoming a wicked problem. The work that we do helps young people find the right technology skills, learn, and move from learning to jobs. The good piece is this: we have built a technology product that makes it easy to learn. And we've also gained traction and results. Today, we've achieved 85% completion rate and a 65% transition rate into new jobs. Our solution, the Nucleus, is a product that makes it easy to learn any technology skill with less or zero reliance on the internet. We have shown results, we've shown traction, and we've grown over the years. We've also demonstrated that we are now an organization that has the capacity to become successful if you place your bet on us.
Thank you, finalists. Yes, now tonight we will know who the judges will decide to place their bet on. Before we move forward, right, I'd like to say that the startups for this evening will be judged on a framework called the POEM framework. And I'd like to call on TD to briefly and quickly tell us about the POEM framework.
Hi, everybody. The POEM framework we're using for assessment is a framework that takes a look at all the elements of the startups that we are dealing with. Essentially, we start by looking at the vision that tells the founder's personal story about the problem and their solution to it as a commercial business. Then, as the proposition, we look at their offer of products or services to a target customer base, specifically for impact in a market that is our own, of course, which is Nigeria. For organization, we look at the people, how they're structured, their processes, and the technologies they use to deliver the proposition. On economics, what we look at is the revenue they are generating, the capital that backs that revenue, and the kind of expenditure that they are burning in terms of cost. Finally, for milestones, we look at their achievements on the journey from their minimum viable product all the way through to product market fit and to scale. And it is those four areas: milestone, economics, organization, proposition, and most importantly, the vision, that the judges will be assessing, giving 20% to each of those to make the 100%. That's how they'll be assessed today. Thank you very much. Cheers.
Thank you, TD. Okay, now startups, you heard startups, you've heard what TD said. Tonight, we simply want to know your vision, your proposition, more about the organization, the numbers, and your milestones. So it promises to be an exciting evening. And I'll call the very first startup representing EduPoint Limited, Udebuna Oscar Obiora, to start with the presentation. But let me read out the rules. I think the rules should come before. Is the rules here on the next page? For the guidelines. Okay. All right. So these are the virtual guidelines for this evening. 5 minutes for each finalist to pitch, and then we'll give 10 minutes for Q&A from the judges. But only 3 judges will be allowed to ask questions, except we have time. Otherwise, keep it at 3 judges, so we'll maintain the 10 minutes. And then for the finalists, if you hear a beep sound or an alarm, it means that you have only 60 seconds left. And once you hear the last alarm after that, then it's time to stop. This is the guideline. I hope that everyone here this evening will adhere to this as we get started right after now. But I think I prefer that we move this before, before I call TD actually. Anyways, so right now we'll be calling Oscar Obiora, representing EduPoint. Welcome, Oscar. Okay. So is anyone speaking for Oscar, or we're just going to move to the last?
Okay, my name is Oscar. Good afternoon, everyone. The name of my business idea is EduPoint. My co-founders are David Fagbemi, Mercy Alabi, as CHRO. We operate in Lagos, Abuja, Accra, UK, and the US. We have 5 employees and over 50 part-time contracts. We were incorporated in February 2018, and some of our notable achievements over the years is we've trained over 120,000 students of digital space. We've also had a social kind of innovation startup, voted by Union Bank, Federal Minister of Education Homeless Scene of the Year Award, and we'd won over 7 awards locally and internationally. In terms of education, we target schools, parents, government, and youths, and generally we help students find, evaluate, book, and track lessons. In terms of our revenue, we have 20 million, and we have like 2 million in our assets, and our burn rate is about 1 million monthly. I think that's all about our business. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you, Oscar. We listen to Oscar, but now it's to understand what the judges think about his numbers and who is exactly he's targeting. Over to you, judges. Thank you, judges. Thank you for that. Oscar's numbers looks interesting. Now, let me call on the next finalist for this evening, Health Botics, Ayokunbi Abioro, to share with us his pitch for this evening. Ayokunbi, over to you.
All right, good afternoon, judges and everyone listening today. My name is Ayokunbi Abioro, CEO of Lend and Earn. Our focus is putting the power to save lives on every smartphone. We have the staff strength of 10 employees, and we started out in 2020 and we were incorporated precisely October. Our notable achievements include U.S. Chamber of Commerce Innovation of the Year 2020, 2X Cisco Global Problem Solver semi-finalist, ITU's AI for Development 2020, and Nigerian Drone Business Competition 2020. Our sector is the health sector, and we offer digital blood bank and ambulance on-demand platform via a mobile application and AI chatbot with a drone delivery service to supply blood. Our target markets are primary and secondary hospitals, administrators, and patient caregivers. In terms of revenue, last year we generated 2 million, and our funding rate to date is 8 million. We have assets, which is 2 million, and debt rate is about 0.2 million, whereas our burnout is 0.5 million on monthly basis. And our asking this afternoon is $70,000. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Imodoye. Now we'll move to the judges. Let's know what our judges think about his milestone and his economics. If they are impressed about that, we'll know. Judges, it's your turn. Thank you, judges. Always a delight listening to how you all sort of share your thoughts on these startups. And what we want to achieve this evening is that, whether you're the one pitching or you're listening in from wherever you are in the world, these tips can help you succeed in your startup journey, irrespective of what you're building. All right, quickly, we'll move to the third finalist for this evening, representing Natal Cares, Uche Kenneth. Uche, over to you.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Uche Udekwe, the CEO, co-founder of Natal Cares. Firstly, I would like to tell a story. I lost my sister-in-law to the hands of cold death, of avoidable deaths caused by the Nigerian hospitals, nonchalant attitude, and all. So that was what birthed Natal Cares. So we are life-saving healthcare information. We are using life-saving healthcare information system like SMS and voice messages. We have comprehensive delivery kits for people in underdeveloped areas in Nigeria. And for my co-founders, my CEO is Joy Chioma, and we have our operations situated in Akure, Nigeria, Ondo State. As of today, we have 8 employees. And our revenue last year, we made 13.5 million, and our funding to date, which came from grants, is 3 million naira. We have assets over 2.5 million naira. We have 0 debts, and we have 700,000 naira in bond rate monthly. We were incorporated in 2020, and we've been notably recognized by the U.S. Chamber of Commerce Innovation of the Year 2020. We are 2 times Cisco Global Problem Solver semi-finalists. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Uche. One of the interesting things about startups is usually there's always a personal story which ties into the vision under the FOEM framework. So let's hear what our judges think. If they find Uche's vision compelling enough. Judges, over to you, please. All right, thank you everyone for your patience this evening. Thank you for staying through all the period of the judges, the finalists and the judges had to speak and share thoughts. Now we get to the point where we want to know who will be crowned the winner of the 2021 edition of Daayta. Daayta continues to live up to expectation, being one of the frontline programs, initiatives being organized by Corporate Nigeria for the startup ecosystem. And for that, we congratulate the team at Daayta and ARM for making this a reality year after year. All right, the judges will move into another room just to deliberate and decide. They'll come back shortly to share with us who will be the winner of Daayta 2021. While the judges are away, we would play a few. So judges, please, you may take your leave now. We're expecting you back in 10 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, while the judges are away, we will be playing this, we'll be sharing a couple of information with you about ARM and data. So I don't know what we are doing at this point. That's why I'm saying that. So it depends on what we are doing at this point. Yeah. All right. So when the judges come back, I'll call TD to share the.
Yes,
all right,
to
judges.
announce the winner.
Yeah. So I can see the judges. They are back. They're back in the room, in the main room. Judges, welcome. Welcome. TD, you will do us the honor of sharing with us who would be the winner of Daayta 2021. But let me say this, right? Even if you don't win, just know this, you're a winner because you are one of the few people among the hundreds that have applied. And I tell you that if you take the lessons, I mean, you have very private moments with TDs and with some, you would also have access to some of the judges. If you take the learnings and all the things they have taught you, I'm sure you can create something better out of what you're already building. So TD, I'll hand over to you at this point. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, CFA. It's been amazing listening to the pitches and hearing all the stories about how we got here. So the judges have deliberated and, well, they took a look at Utiva, EduPoint, HealthBotics, Salubata, Natal Care, and Scrapage. And as you know, we always have 2 runners-up, just in case the winner is unable to fulfill the duties we require of them as an ARM ambassador. So the 2 runners-up for 2021 are CFA Fred Agbata and Odunayo Olowe. Take a bow. Thank you. Yes. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the ARM Daayta 2021 award is Miss Uche Azubike. Thank you.
I knew it. Thank God.
Congratulations.
All right. So I sent a mail. I think that before we call on Miss Jumoke Ogundare, we should give the eventual winner a chance to say something. Otherwise, we lose the narrative. So at this point, I'd like to call on who has been crowned the winner of Daayta 2021. This is a great opportunity indeed, because not only will he get rewards, he would have access to, or she, or they're all his, or he would have access to a number of opportunities, both direct access to the mentors and also a number of possibilities within the ARM group. So it's exciting. So I want to hand over to you to tell us what this means to you and how it will impact your startup. Thank you very much. As mentioned earlier, even though one person has been mentioned as the winner for Daayta 2021, all the other 5 panelists that pitched are also winners in their own rights. And certainly, if they go on to push hard and take some of the learnings from tonight and along the line, they can make something better of their business. At this point, I'd like to call on Ms. Jumoke Ogundare to share a congratulatory message for this evening. Over to you, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am. We truly appreciate the ARM group for this laudable initiative in support of the startup ecosystem and young entrepreneurs. Finally, for tonight, I'd like to call on Wale Odutola to give us a closing remarks and vote of thanks. It's been a remarkable evening. Thank you, everyone. Over to you, Wale. All right. Thank you, Wale. Thank you very much. The pandemic has made us adapt in a number of ways, and one of the ways we've adapted is the fact that for a lot of events now, there's now the virtual photograph session, and this is the session time where we will ask the people listed here to please turn on their video once they are mentioned, turn on their video, and it's better if they're in a well-lit room. That way we can have the picture. So the first on the list, I'd like to call on the winner and the directors of ARM. Next is a finalist.
So if it's possible for us for we all to put on our camera so that we just do a test screen grab, if you don't mind, please. Sorry for breaking news, CFA.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I mean, that's the idea. Didi, I see you, man. You're sipping some cocoa.
So I'm not able to turn on my own video. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, they'll give you rights. About me to his rights.
Adoyo, you need to change your background. You're looking weird.
Who's giving us the rights? Who's Adoyo? Who's
the host?
Should be Samiat. Okay. And I think we should be able to do that now.
Finally, I get to see what y'all look like. I've been having to look at photographs. Mofe, Olua, Shola. Well, Mommy, I know you. Odoya, I know you. Your background keeps slipping into darkness. Odoyo. It makes you look like a ghost.
Yes, Omomi, yours too.
Omomi keeps disappearing, man.
You need to change your background.
TD, I still look handsome, right?
Come on, change your background and handsome.
There you go. Cool. It's your machine. It works for Mofe, Folua, and Shola, and Uche.
Hi, Daayta. Please, can you turn on your camera?
Hi, my camera has an issue, so it's not coming on.
Okay.
Is it a boy or a girl?
It's a girl.
Girl.
Okay, so press Windows and P. Because everyone say cheese. So I'm taking a couple. Change your style.
Oh, really? Okay.
Another one.
How about that?
Be like that. Okay. So thank you. I think I've taken them. Let's see.
All right.
We'll review to see if it works.
Okay.
Now, thank you.
Okay. So are we in Q&A now? So after I call out all the other guys, all the other people, the finalists, I guess that's the end, right? Yeah, that's it. So, but I've got a couple of questions though.
Okay. Can we give comments now, or on things that we want to work on?
Oh, okay. All right. So yeah, I'll wait. I noted mine down, so no problem.
At the beginning, when I'm talking about the poem assessment framework, be prepared to be off the cuff and respond to whatever I say. Okay. Uche, do you understand?
I'm trying to sound. No, I don't.
I will have a small announcement.
Oh, yes. Thank you. I get you.
Okay. So,
right.
CFA, please be prepared to react. Well, you'll be as surprised as everybody else, so that you can react normally then. Yeah.
Oh wow, there's a surprise coming. Oh boy.
Exactly.
Suspense.
Yeah.
We're all winning money.
It'll be all in suspense. Don't worry about it. Anyway, the important thing is we do that, it's a critically important piece that we start with that. What I don't know is, no, I don't want to put up any, we can just speak to it. All right, that's it. That's the only comment I have. Sorry. I just wanted to interject that.
Okay, TD, but are you okay at the point that I called you after, just before the pitch session?
Yes, that would be fine.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so my own comment, I think it's a bit boring, maybe because, when we're in the hotel, 4 Points is exciting, everybody's buzzing, moving around and all that. So, and I don't know if because it's a dry run, CFA, I don't know, you're not the emotions and all that. Yeah, so for me, I wasn't enjoying it. So I don't know.
Well, so I mean, a couple of things, right? Again, it depends on how, I mean, a couple of ways we could make it interesting. But yeah, I mean, when we start, it will be, at least I'll be more lively than the dry run thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, because that's the stakes are higher than this is a dry run, so yeah. But it's just that to make virtual events interesting, a couple of things that we could do. One, we could just say, people should type in where they are from. We could say we'll ask a question and give someone something, maybe not that, but we could just say, ask a question. Okay, tell us where you typing in from, where you joining us from, just say this the place. But just that webinar mode, the thing about webinar mode is that the guys, can they see chat? I'm not sure now. It's not as interactive as meeting for certain things. Because it locks them up completely. And we can also say that, so if we're not sure what we want to do in 15 minutes time, I could throw a question out. I could say, okay, can someone tell me who the winner is for Daayta 2019 and the name of the startup? And we could just say, I mean, we could so to make it interesting depends on what we want to, throw out. We could say, this wins the person, for example, launch with TD or something when it's in town, when the pandemic is over, something, or a session with TD or something. It just depends on. I mean, as a team, we can agree here what it should be. But those are the ways to make it. It's just about what you ask your audience and how they respond. That's really how to drive excitement. As for my own part, I'll be again. I'm also trying not to be too funky for ARM, but I'm also trying to be a bit, conservative.
Well, maybe not too funky, but at least, and I think even I don't know. Maybe by the time you get into the mood, because even your introduction of TD is not the usual introduction. So I'm assuming that this is because this is the prior.
Okay, you see the grandpa of the ecosystem, the man will call the grandpa. No, no, it will be a lot better. No, no, don't worry about. I mean, don't worry about me. I'll be all excited by evening. I'll be all smiles and all excited. But just I'm looking at the other things like what we can do. To also carry the audience along.
Exactly.
Yeah, ask them questions, do Q&A and stuff like that.
Maybe one or two, Q&As or something. TD, what do you think? What do you think, sir?
I think, given the way we've put it, canned audience questions would be useful. I'm just wondering the best way to arrive at them.
Yes.
If you get my point. If you could pre-select who, and then even if it's just ARM people or the team here, just something that sort of like highlights what is important to data. I know we've got it in the brochure and all of that and so on and so forth. Why these 6? So from a totally different angle of how these 6 resonate with what data is trying to achieve, tying it to Wisabi, tying it to TPPC, you've got a whole range there of how you can interact with the audience to bring to life the impact that the program itself is having. And that's what I think we want to focus on as we interact with the audience. I would do it like a did you know?
Okay.
That way nobody's offended, nobody's, but it puts pressure on the team to come up with the answers to the did you know for CFA. So maybe if you can have 15 or 20, did you knows. Who was the actual first winner of the data awards, for example, or how many people, they would have heard this in the video, but how many more jobs have been created by the Data 2020 award winner? That's an excellent question to the audience. It shows impact, if you get my point.
Yes.
So that's just my thinking on how I'd go about it, CFA, if that helps.
Yep, it does. It does. It does. Yeah. You could find about 3 to 5 questions.
So it's drawing out, the principles of data. This is why this program, because year in, year out, ARM is spending money to do this. To what purpose? Well, here's, the big one that's just in listening to today's thing, that's the big one that stood out to me was the fact that TPPC have managed to, employ, that's high impact. Not to forget the other things they've done. Yes, they've increased revenue too. Similarly, we should track what Wisabi has done. And we shouldn't just make it those 2. We should follow up with all finalists. We've got 12 of them. Where are they today? Where are they now? What are they doing? Those are the things we should showcase to the audience and interact with the audience with, because that's the impact the program is having on society. I trust that helps.
Yeah, it does.
It does.
It does.
I have an observation, please. Yesterday, while we were doing the dry run, because we didn't put on our videos today, the spotlight thing, I wanted to be sure if everything is working good. Like when someone is talking, the spotlight is on them and all.
Who is actually running production? Who's the host? Because I see a co-host. Oh, Maiwa.
I also have a couple of questions for the host.
Okay, we're all co-hosts. All right. ARM is the host. Because whoever, somebody's got to be in charge of that. Somebody's got to be letting people in. Somebody, the logistics of it's just like another event. One person can't do it all, or you better assign people in the co-host list. You be in charge of admitting people in. You do the spotlighting. Somebody else does the chat management. Another person, you know, make sure they're listening to the stream in case they need to change anything. So those are roles that need to be clearly defined before we start this evening. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, and also just to verify if the Zoom settings would also be done, just for the co-host, for the host to also be sure of that. And I think that just to be on the safe side, it's important to save one to the cloud. So if the host save one to the cloud and then save one to one of the computers, so that we have two recordings, one to the cloud and then one to any of the computers. It could also be mine if I'm given the rights. Yeah. So
well, we'll all be co-hosts, so you can do that.
Well, I was co-host and I couldn't turn on my video. So I was co-host and I couldn't turn on my video. So if the host doesn't give
Well,
the
I just tried to record now, and it says record this meeting to cloud.
Yeah. So it changed when we asked for turn on the video. That's when I saw the record button and the video allowed us. But before, when we joined earlier, it was blocked.
Would it be okay to also acknowledge the audience watching on our YouTube channel? You see, these people, you have people on YouTube, and I don't do me bad though. My people go vex now. Nobody knows I'm doing this thing.
to get it out there to everybody.
Yeah, but nobody's giving me what to tweet.
Oh, I thought you said you had.
I don't have any links. I don't have anything. I don't have nada. You know.
Can we just? Mayowa, you've been okay. We'll take that offline.
Ma, communications come from ARM Muslima.
No, Mayowa, don't say that.
Oh, okay, ma.
Do not even say that. How often do you and your people talk? Anyway, we'll take it offline. Odwan, can you address that for TD immediately?
Please, please share as well.
The recording is what we're talking about, right? The cloud and local recording.
No, yes. TD needs to be able to tweet something out immediately. Between yourself and Wakezi or whatever, can you produce something? Can you give him something so he can tweet out?
All right.
Okay, although some of the points that we added yesterday, it wasn't reflected on this particular presentation.
Which point?
So a couple of the points, there was a correction that you made that wasn't reflecting here. Two names and the points at the end of the video, those are not there, but that's fine. So I'll need to work on my own. So I need it on PPT, so the one I will follow, so that I'm not confused by it. So I will open mine and just work with that. So I'll need the PPT version so that I can make some notes on them.
Okay. Maybe I should start with the two name thing. So we've made the changes on the slide because we did it on one, and then the one that had where you call the name of the finalists that they should just start pitching. So we just made the changes on that now, so it should be fine. So let me know which one specifically you think that we haven't covered, so that you're able to use it as it is.
The notes below that says that please be in a well-lit room, and also this will require you to turn on your video.
Yeah.
We discussed that yesterday.
Sorry, CFA, please repeat that. I'm struggling to hear you here. Sorry.
We did say yesterday.
Okay.
Yesterday or day before yesterday that there should be a note that would tell people to turn on their video when they're talking. And there was something else that was suggested, we said we should have all of that as part of the notes.
Okay. All right, I'm taking note of that one.
There were two things. CFA, what was the second thing? I thought you took note of it.
Yes, the photograph area, please be aware. I mean, so for example, see where TD is staying. I mean, if TD stays there for the photo ops, it will be very, very amazing. So imagine if somebody backs the light, it will be dark. So let's sort of put it there so that during the program, when they are going through the brochure, they already know that this is a requirement. My name is on this. I'll be taking photographs, so this is a requirement. So that way they might adjust. Because if we leave it to the end and I announce it at the end, it might cause some disruption because you don't know what position they'll be in and stuff like that. So it's better we put the notes there.
Do we then put it at the beginning of the program somewhere?
So that would also work too. So they are aware that there'll be photo shoot, photo ops, and then they're required to be in a well-lit room and also turn on their video.
Okay. I'm taking note of that. Thank you. So any other thing, please? CFA, we have some comments here on the chat. Can we make the titles uniform across the slide? So name starts with Mr. and Mrs. Okay, we'll look at that. Would it be also okay to acknowledge the audience watching on our YouTube channel?
All right. That's fine. Yeah, I'll just note that. I have a note open here. I'll just note it. So can you move the slide that talks about the the poem, the rules, and the startup? Can we go with that? Poem, the rules, and the finalists. So just switch the slides because of the flow.
Okay, we can. We have a last slide here that is being worked on, but we'll settle this. I'll share it with you quickly.
And please, how soon can I get the final one so that I can do what I want to do with it or something? Again, that also determines flow, because what Atuche was saying, again, because some of the things were, so I need to also just spend some time with them. That would help me a lot. With the final
so immediately after this meeting, because we're so let's say a window period of 30 minutes, I should send you something and then tell you if it's the final one, because these are just tiny tweaks we need to make.
Okay, then that's fine. That works. Okay.
That's it from my end. Yes. Do we have any other comments?
And just like TD said, the team needs to officially agree on what questions we want to ask the audience, and also what would we play the window when the judges would be away? What will happen in that window? We didn't finalize, or at least I don't know about it. Should we take Q&A from the audience? What would happen in that? Because I don't know how many minutes TD and his team would stay, but let's say if it is 10 minutes, like we said yesterday, is there a video we're going to play, or can just say, let's do Q&A, blah, blah. Well, what do you think?
Sorry, Sefe, can you repeat that?
So I was saying that window, when the judges will be in the other room deliberating, what will the audience, the main audience, be listening to? Should we take, if there's no video, because I don't think any video played, should we take Q&A from the audience, or what do we do to fill that gap? We could also give.
But I thought, Ethan, are you going to have something? I think we have.
Good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, we can.
Awesome. So CFA, sorry, I was going to I was on mute. When you were asking me a question earlier, I was saying the poem slide that you're going to refer to at the beginning when you're talking about housekeeping and everything, that slide will come up again right after the last presentation, sort of like to give everyone a refresher to explain that the judges are away. This is the basis on which they're judging the different presentations that you have seen, right? That way people who missed it at the beginning know what the judges are deliberating on in this lag time. And then, yes, there will be videos. So there'll be a brand video, and there'll be product videos for the group in general. But the videos won't run more than, I would say, 6 minutes or 7 at the most. So between your explanation of what is happening backstage with the judges and those videos running, whenever we receive the information to say we've come to an agreement, we can let that video run through and either so we don't go to the next video, and then you can come back in. Odoyan would have moved the winner slide to where it should be, and then we just go on with that flow.
Okay, all right, yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I mean, that gives us a direction. But you mentioned the poem slide. Are you going to add that?
Yes, I don't know if Odoyan has even the final version because it's already been added. So we'll just make a copy of it at the beginning and then the copy at right after that juncture where the judges are deliberating at the back.
Awesome. That works. I mean, yeah, that works. That'll be a good way to sort of keep them busy before the judges come back. Okay, that's fine.
Right.
I'm good.
Also, in your housekeeping, I heard you earlier. I think that's also where you're meant to mention at the beginning about people being in well-lit areas. The lighting should be behind you, not in front of you. Also, even though there's a notification, we might put it on the slide, I think it's also worth mentioning as part of why it's required, especially during your presentation, and there will be a virtual photography session at the end. Hence, we need you in decent lighting.
So which is why I asked, I know that Odoyo probably didn't hear me or he deflected, which is why I asked for a PPT or copy, because this is PDF, right?
So I stopped him.
Yeah.
I'm sending you the final copy because of the adjustment so that you don't trip along the way. So, but within this hour, you should get the final version.
The final version in PDF or PPT? PowerPoint.
Whichever one you want.
Yeah, PowerPoint, so that I can add, so for example, I can create my own, create a page
your
that
notes.
says, okay, this page is for my house rules and stuff like that. It makes it easy for me, and it helps the flow.
No worries.
Yeah.
It's a very heavy PPT, but no worries. I know you have data.
Yeah, I get data, bro. even with this kind of event, man, I've got a backup.
But
and I also wanted in fact, so I planned that even in my housekeeping, I was going to say that, ladies and gentlemen, if you live in Lagos traffic is hectic. And so if you have an appointment, you've got to leave your home 2 or 3 or 4 hours prior to your appointment. In the same way, we know that internet can be a challenge. So please, for the finalists especially, make sure you have at least 2 or 3 backup internet just in case. So like part of the housekeeping, so that people know that, internet can. Yeah.
No worries. Is there any other concern areas that is itching at the center of the back right now that we need to handle?
No. For me, just because of the video, just to ensure that the Zoom host, just ticks off those boxes so that we can have something good for the recording, and then also so that one person records to the cloud and one person records to the computer, just in case. I'm
not even so worried if it breaks during the videos, because typically what we do, because of network, if the recording isn't smooth, we just superimpose the videos back in the edit before you then use the clip, so that way it's perfect. But either way, I understand completely. Uche wanted to say something, or wants to say something in this regard.
Yes. So my only concern is for us to ensure that we assign roles, so we know who is admitting people, we know who is changing the slides, we know who is taking pictures or muting and unmuting, things like that, so that there's no break in the entire production.
I'd be surprised. Correct. I'd be surprised if Odoyan doesn't have this sorted already. Odoyan, am I putting you on the spot? Do you have that list? Awkward silence.
Yeah, we don't have that.
Ethan, I already placed a slide on.
I know.
The
so
last slide.
I'm down.
No, in terms of who is doing what. That's what I mean. Who is doing what? Who is in control?
For example, we know that you're moving the slides. Who's admitting? Who is handling muting and unmuting, turning videos on and off? Who is, what else is there to do? Who, in the event that CFA's network fails, comes in to announce that, apologies for the breaking transmission, we'll be right back once we sort out our network connections, or just keeps that flow. So there's a list that says responsibilities, and there's a list that says tasks, then it says responsibilities, then it says backup.
Okay, so I am controlling the slides. My colleague Dare is here. Dare is managing the breakout session. Samiat is, since we are not administering people, admitting people like that, so Samiat is controlling, who we have the spotlight on, and I think those other things. So Samiat
Microphone
is on
control. Okay. Awesome. And then what else is there? I believe TD's giving he's saying something right after the winner session. I think that's an adjustment I just noticed. Am I wrong?
I also thought we said we will flash the big the giant check at yeah.
I didn't know that, but we can. That's a straightforward thing. We have the image. We can just so we put that after we run the winner's name. So we run the winner's name and then we show the check. At what point is the speech coming before Jumoke's message? Is there anyone speaking before Jumoke? I saw a list somewhere that says TD will be speaking before JO. Well, I'm mixing that up.
TD is going to announce the winner.
Okay, yes, that's what it is. So TD is announcing the winner. Got it.
Yeah.
It's not a long-winded speech. It's just congratulations to blah 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 before JO then gives her speech. Okay.
It's actually a long-winded speech. I am going to read the oratory of Plato.
No, not my favorite.
At what point do we flash the giant check?
You're just gonna let TD slide on reading the entire Plato? Okay, fine. The flash will come right after we show the winner card for whoever the winner is. So as so he makes the announcement, and the winner is EduPoint, for example. They won based on their scores or blah blah blah. At that point, we won't wait. As he's speaking, we'll just go to the next slide. I believe, TD, will you be telling people what they won, or is that CFA's job?
That's CFA's job. Oh.
There you go. So it needs to go in tandem with when that announcement is being made.
Have we changed the star price? It's 12 million naira in support, right, Abi?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
No, but hold on. So TD announces the winner. After
yes, the slide goes up.
So after that, what happens after that?
And then CFA breaks down what the winner gets, I believe.
And Jumoke comes on.
Correct.
No, that's not a good flow.
So what do we prefer?
I don't know. I think that when TD announces the winner is when Jumoke comes on to talk to congratulate the winner. I think
that's after. That's after TD.
After TD, yes. So I don't think it should be.
Also, CFA is not saying anything in between. Then that's what we're saying.
That's what I'm saying. So if CFA is going to say anything at all about the price, so CFA talks.
Yes.
TD announces the winner. Jumoke comes on, and then I don't know. My point is, when do we?
I hear what you're saying. I hear you. So let's run this.
How about the winner? The winner needs to talk.
Exactly.
Spot on.
Sorry, what did you say?
The winner also speaks.
The winner also speaks.
Yes.
So can we flash it then? But if you're flashing it, the context, I'm seeing an image. I'm not really tying it to what the person is saying.
So maybe
the card that says winner, ties to what the winner is saying. I get that. But then the slide that just shows up randomly that has 12 figures just sitting there, we need someone to tie it in to say, they'll also be getting, apart from bragging rights and what the great work they've done, they will also be getting blah, 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 and so as support.
Maybe that's CFA. So that should flash when CFA speaks.
And at what point is CFA going to do that? Is that right before JO?
No, that's before TD. So CFA.
Right. Oh, got it.
So TD is now going to come and announce the winner. TD announces the winner, Jumoke comes on, and the winner speaks.
Yes, exactly. So in this case, just so we're all clear, and the winner is, so before and the winner is, that means this check needs to go before that. So TD sort of teases everyone into whoever comes out of this is going to be getting blah, 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 blah. And then we flash that check. And then he goes to, and the winner is, and then, sorry, I said TD. CFA explains to everyone what the winner is going to get, and then we move to the win, and the winner is, and then TD takes over with the winner announcement, and the winner speaks after TD. Am I still on point?
No. TD announces the winner.
Correct.
Jumoke congratulates the winner.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, the winner needs to speak before Jumoke congratulates the winner.
Yeah.
If the winner speaks, it's more like a break of protocol. If you go by government, so the winner needs to speak after TD, then she congratulates the winner, and then vote of thanks.
Yeah.
Correct. Okay, so are we aligned? Should I take that one more time, just so that we're all in alignment? Okay, so we're going to add the check right before the and the winner is slide, so that CFA teases everyone on what the potential winner is going to get in terms of support. So that check is there. And then it goes to and the winner is after, I keep saying TD. That was CFA's job, sorry. And then TD takes over to announce the winner, the actual winner. The winner slide comes up. He tells them based on how they won, yada, yada. And then we move on to the winner who turns on their video, hopefully not crying too hard, explains, thanks everyone. After that, JO then comes on to congratulate the winner.
So usually on the brochure, the physical brochure, we usually would state what the person wins. So if I say 12 million naira in worth of support, does that qualify enough? Is there something else?
That's fine. I mean, but the check will be there. I don't know. Does anyone else have anything better to say? 12 million naira worth of support sounds fair to me.
I think that's okay. Put it like that. That's okay. We don't take it down into what the entire. But how do we acknowledge the second and the third person? What did we do last year? I think they all got something.
Yeah. Are they getting something this year?
Yeah. So how do we need to announce that here as well, that all 6 of them are getting gifts.
Absolutely.
So sorry, if I may ask, right? I think one time, maybe last year, we also announced that they get also scholarship to EDC.
That's part of it.
Oh, that's part of it. Oh, okay. So inclusive. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Yes.
So
the acceleration and they get the balance in cash or something. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I think TD. I mean, last year TD announced, the runner, the first runner-up, second runner-up, and then the win. Yeah. So if he announces that, we can say, but we didn't. Did we flash their gift? I don't think so. We just give them an envelope.
Yes.
Yes.
But we need to announce here that they're getting something as well, since there's no, because we called them up and they came and collected. Sidi, what do you think? Do you want to announce the same way you did the last time? So the second runner-up is this, and the person gets something, and the first runner-up is this, and so the person also gets something. I don't know.
It's a question of timing. I think for the event, we shouldn't labor it. We might want to say it,
Yeah.
but we
Okay.
should find some time after to do an on-camera thing with them that you can then fold into, a subsequent video. But for the event itself, yes, we should mention who the runners-up are, but getting them to come and receive a prize and all of that, I wouldn't go
I just want us to mention that they're getting something. No, I know that.
No, I would even want them acknowledged. So, and the second runner-up is CFA of, Go Do Hub, Lagos. CFA say, take a bow or what have you. They don't have to say. The camera, the spotlight goes to them for a second as they, to show their this thing. Then the second runner-up is blah, blah, blah. Spotlight goes to them and it's back. And the winner is blah, blah, blah. Oh, wow. Spotlight stays on him, says a few words. CFA then says, and now congratulations from Jumoke. Jumoke goes in, says her congratulations, etc. Does that work?
Yes, for me anyway.
Yeah, it works for me.
Yeah.
Julius. So we have a result.
Okay, you all right?
Yeah.
That was a deep sigh. Is there anything you want changed? Anything you're not comfortable with?
I think everything is okay. It's just the flow. I just want everything to flow. That's all. But,
Understood.
CFA, you've got your work cut out for you.
Yeah, I do. But I was going to just say that, at 2 hours, okay, so I think that honestly we've got a good flow now. But, by 2 hours, 30 minutes, into the event, I don't think anybody will be watching out for the flow so much. Like they just want to go. But yeah, I think we'll have a good flow.
okay.
Okay, let's clean up.
I'm not deep sigh, eh? My father,
it's always like that till the end.
I suppose so.
I'll start fasting and praying for grace or more.
Okay.
Awesome. Okay. Barring anything else, Richard, your hand's still up though.
Yeah, I just realized that now. So I'm going to put it down now. Thank you.
I wish technology worked that it affects your real hand in real life. So everyone would know because your hand would just be up and you'd be tired, but it's okay.
So does anybody have any comments, anything else, anything we've missed before we all go and come back? Okay, so, Adraya, so the email to the judges will go out now. TD, how do we, you had said have them come in 5:30 so you can do a quick.
I've asked, I sent out messages immediately asking if they had everything they need. Only one person has replied, and that's on WhatsApp. So I'm not optimistic I will get.
Sorry.
Sorry?
Falashade and I talked today, and she's
the only one that's responded saying that
okay. Yeah, because she has gotten how to use. We had a tutorial on how to use this the platform, and she was very okay with it.
That's why Victor hasn't responded. Kola hasn't responded. Sadiq, somebody needs to cycle to Sadiq and take him through also then. Okay, madam.
Yes, sir. I'm calling him.
Auntie Mayowa.
Yes, sir.
I just mentioned another judge that might need you taking them through.
Okay. Sorry.
Do you have his number, Mayowa? Do you have Sadiq's number?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
All right, thank you.
If I have Sadiq's number, Mayowa does.
Okay. I just hope they log on, at 5:30, then it'll be easier. We can just all talk. Or if they're all logging on at 6, then it might be difficult. Because what you don't
Well,
want to start later than 6:10.
right. Well, we will have to see what can be done.
Anything else, everyone?
I'm good. Just waiting for the final brochure.
Okay, so data team, what time are you logging on? What time are we coming back? What time do you want us to log on? Odoayo and Maiwa?
Let's give or take. Let's say 3:20.
3:20.
Yes.
Say that again.
3:20.
That's about 45 minutes or 50 minutes from now.
Okay. Okay.
May I ask why?
Why?
Okay, I'm just thinking of the what Ethan needs to also add to the slide. Is the presentation basically that we're updating. So if there's nothing else that we're doing, it can come earlier than that time. Ethan.
I'm not sure the why has been answered. Is that another dry run, or are we just looking at the presentation? Everyone can just look at the presentation. Is there one more dry run that we need between yourself, myself, CFA, for that flow? We can insert that time, but 45 minutes from now, even 1 hour from now, isn't much of a difference, because I think we can put a bit further down the line for us to run through that presentation on our own.
Ethan, sorry, I missed most of what you said.
No, I said, are we coming back in 30, 45 minutes because of another dry run? If so, it's just too close.
I don't think we should have another dry run. We should all just log on at 5 and just ensure that everything is okay. I'm not sure we can go to
3:20.
Yeah, that's not possible. Whatever's happening will be exclusive of everyone else. Why I said 3:20.
For what?
Exactly. That was the question.
That's everybody's question. That's lonely.
We should all just log on at 5 p.m. and check that everything is okay. Technology, everything. That's all.
Is it the same? Is it the same link?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. All right.
Why is Odoayo? Is it the same link?
It's not the same link.
So which one? Have you sent us the link that we're using for this evening?
Yes, we've sent the link that we're using for the event.
Okay.
We're sending again towards the 6 p.m.
Odoayo, do me a favor. Can you send it now and send it every hour until 6:30? Whoever is in
We're
charge.
sending it again now.
Send it now and you send it every hour until we start. Thank you. It's not going to kill us.
Great. Odoayo, so in terms of flow, if you're worried about that, you and I, and maybe even just drag in CFA sometime later today before the final login, we can agree, but we don't need the entire team.
What time?
Say that again?
So what time did you call now? I didn't pick that.
4 o'clock.
Okay. Please, the link has been sent now. Just confirm if you received the email.
Yeah, I got one.
CD, Sadiq didn't get your message.
No, I got his message. I responded.
You responded?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So what do you have everything you need?
Yeah, he has the link in the dial-in passcodes, rating sheets. What he hasn't been taken through is the scoring platform.
Okay, all right. Someone will call you. The scoring
platform. No. Uche, he needs to log into the scoring platform. That's what Maiwa is going to take him through.
Okay, have you logged onto the scoring platform, Sadiq? Yes. Yeah, the scoring platform. Have you logged onto it? Okay, can you log onto it, please? Okay, all right, and let me know. Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Caller has got everything, scoring tool and login details. Well done, team.
All right, sir.
Please.
Okay. Ndidi says she's in the States, in the
Yes.
US.
Yes, she has been there for a while.
Yeah.
Moradeke, are you on this call?
She said, we asked for a Nigerian address.
Yes, I've sent all that. We've sorted out that, sir. I have.
It has arrived, so let her know if she's missing something.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
She even sent me a Nigerian address, and I
it's
forwarded to the
address
team.
she's just checked, and
okay.
nothing's been delivered. They have received my package, so.
Oh, okay, okay.
I was telling her how beautiful it was, and she should say thank you to Uche and all of that. She said she hasn't got anything, so.
Oh,
Where is
okay.
she? Didi, where is she?
She's in Maine.
She's in the US.
Oh my goodness. Okay,
What's
Tidi, because you know I exchanged messages with you, Moradeke.
Sorry?
No, not you, sir.
Hi, yes, okay, I'm here now. I couldn't talk before. I was just giving.
She was in Accra for Christmas, for Easter, and she was coming back to Nigeria on Wednesday.
No.
Okay, all
No.
right.
She never mentioned Accra. We sent the address, the US address, and she said she will be in the US till May this year. Yes.
Moradeke, did somebody acknowledge the gift you sent to the Ikoyi house?
Yes, the cook. What was his name again? Sorry, I'm just trying to.
Okay, let's take this offline. Obviously, there's something wrong.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on here. Okay. Because the number I gave Jumake is the same number. Anyway, we'll sort it out afterwards.
Okay, team, is there anything else we need to resolve? It's pretty quiet.
Okay, so Ethan, please, when you're meeting with Odwayo and
pull you in?
Yeah, yes, please.
Sure, no worries.
Okay, all right. So we'll just
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Right.
Thank you, CFA, thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank
you, everyone.
Everyone, thank you
Thanks
very
for
much.
being alive.
See you soon.
Sorry. Hello, Ojayo. Hello? Ojayo.
Oh, me, I'm here.
Yeah, Wakezi. Okay, I thought Wakezi just came in now. Okay, so I wanted to ask, you know, the alumni and all the people we have been sending to. What MCC just sent today, can we just send to them too?
Oh, I mean, honestly, I can't answer. My brain is, I don't know.
Let me go more. Uzo is asking me something. I've sent to Marvelous and Wakezi to answer.
Oh, I mean, what's holding the director's email addresses?
Check your email now. They've sent it since I've forwarded it. I'm coming. Let me come and meet you. Let me leave
Oh,
this.
I mean, that's how many? Just 3 of them. I mean, 4, Chibi.
For me, our HoldCo directors is just 4 of them. Our HoldCo directors, the email you sent to me is just 4 that we have. Oh, that's all. There are 6. Okay, so they said that's it. Ojayo,
Huh?
can you hear me? So for me, just confirm now that that's what we have.
The 4 of them.
Yes, then with Jo and with Jo and SM.
So I'm sending an email now to Wakizi that has all those things. I mean, to Samiat. Oh, mommy.
Yes.
So from the discussion now, am I expected to do anything? Because I didn't want to be taking them back. I wasn't hearing what they were saying. I was my speaker struggling with my.
Oh my God. Okay, is Wakezi there with you? Who else was there? It's me. So on those slides, Ethan was supposed to. Let me come and meet you. Are you in? Where are you?
Ethan is working on the slide, so we are meeting at 3 p.m. So I have no worries on that. I don't have any worry at all.
On the slides now. Where are you?
I'm in my office now, IT office.
IT. Is anybody in admin? Is there a place I can sit and maintain social distancing?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Hey.
What did you say?
There's one matter that is on ground now that we've not done anything on. No. Let me just trouble TD on it. Oh.
So, Odoayo, let me go up this call. I'm coming downstairs now. All right.
There are videos inside or serious every video. So at least it's just a backup. Okay. So this one, update the list of responsibilities with backups, I believe. Hello? Yeah, Alpha, I'm fine. Mr. Adewale, good afternoon. I thought it's here. Yeah,
Someone is reconnecting. Hello?
yeah, I'm with you. So, Sandra, we don't expect
It's not his
that.
response now. I know I've given, I wrote one.
What was his response?
He said he was not with his phone, but I've already put everything in there now. We want you to help us add the text here to the judging criteria and leaving judge vision as is.
And so when did he say he's going to do it? How long is it going to take him? When is he saying he's going to do it, and how long is it going to take?
The only response he gave in this group was that sorry, I wasn't with my phone. And he called me. I was on the call with everybody else. I was in the meeting, so we couldn't talk. Because I didn't know when they would call me or do one thing. Okay, he's here. He said he's here. Okay, so I don't know.
He said, what am I to do? I'm going. Yeah.
Just me. That's
Huh?
Since we're talking to you on chat, do we need to see?
No, we don't need to.